Now, common pathways of carbohydrates, proteins and fats. How many ATPs are we are getting from carbohydrates and fats and proteins? Carbohydrates, how many ATPs are getting? We are discussed already. So now, how many ATPs are getting from fats? How many ATPs are we are getting from proteins? So actually, glucose is a carbohydrate. Glucose is a carbohydrate. Glucose is changes into fructose 6-phosphate and fructose 1,6 biphosphate is a common glycolysis pathway. Then after fructose 1,6 biphosphate changes into two forms, dihydroxyacetone phosphate and glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate furtherly changes into pyruvic acid. Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate furtherly changes into pyruvic acid. We are skip some steps between them. We are directly the pyruvic acid we are written here. Pyruvic acid involved in the Krebs cycle. Pyruvic acid involved in Krebs cycle and regeneration of pyruvic acid. Before that pyruvic acid, acetyl coenzyme A. Pyruvic acid changes into acetyl coenzyme A. Acetyl coenzyme A. Acetyl coenzyme A involved in the Krebs cycle and regeneration of acetyl coenzyme A. So, first of all, proteins. Proteins are joined in this pathway. Fats also joined in this pathway. Both proteins and fats joined in this pathway. So, proteins are generally dissociated into amino acids. Dissociated into amino acids. These amino acids are generally enters into the cycle by the pyruvic acid. Proteins are break down into amino acids. Amino acids are generally joined in this glycolysis cycle at the place of pyruvic acid after deamination of amino acid. After deamination. Deamination means amino acids are made up of carboxyl group and amino group. Amino group is removed. Then carboxyl group only present in the amino acids. Then amino acids are after deamination, removal of NH2 in this amino group only have carboxyl group. Then enters into this glycolysis cycle at the place of pyruvic acid. So after deamination, how many ATPs we are getting from single amino acid? So amino acid enters into pyruvic acid. Pyruvic acid changes into acetyl coenzyme A means 1 NADH2 and here 12 ATPs. Krebs cycle ultimately gives 12 ATPs. Next, pyruvic acid changes into acetyl coenzyme A gives 1 NADH2. 1 NADH2. 1 NADH2 gives us 3 ATPs. So 3 ATPs plus 12 ATPs is equal to 15 ATPs for 1 amino acid. 15 ATPs are given by 1 amino acid. Pyruvic acid next changes into acetyl coenzyme A. Acetyl coenzyme A gives ultimately 1 NADH to 12 ATPs in Krebs cycle. Pyruvic acid gives that is 3 ATPs. It means is equal to 1 NADH2. Acetyl coenzyme A involved in the reaction of Krebs cycle gives 12 ATPs. 12 ATPs and 3 ATPs from the NADH2. Total 15 ATPs are we are getting from 1 amino acid. If question is asked, how many ATPs are given by a protein gives 100 molecule of amino acids. 100 molecule of amino acids gives, so 1 amino acid gives 15 ATPs. 15 ATPs multiply with 100 So there is a calculation for how many ATPs are we are getting from 100 molecules of amino acids. So for 100 molecules, first we will calculate for one amino acid, multiply with 100. It means 15 ATPs are we are getting from one amino acid. It is 15 multiply with 100 molecules of amino acids. Next, fats. Fats are generally broken down into two types: fatty acids and glycerol. Fatty acids and glycerol. Fatty acids, generally fats are different types: monoglyceric fats, diglyceric fat, triglyceric fat. Monoglyceric fat gives one fatty acid and one glycerol. Diglyceric fat gives two fatty acids and one glycerol. Triglyceric fat gives 3 fatty acids and 1 glycerol. So glycerol joined in the cycle by the help of dihydroxyacetone phosphate. Dihydroxyacetone phosphate interconverted into glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. So glycerol added to this cycle at the place of dihydroxyacetone phosphate. Dihydroxyacetone phosphate changes into glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate again enters into this Krebs cycle. Then after pyruvic acid is a complete cycle. How many ATPs, how many NADH2s are we are getting from this cycle as usual. So glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate changes into pyruvic acid means 2 ATPs. It means 1 NADH2 and 2 ATPs are we are getting here. Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate changes into pyruvic acid for required 1 NADH2, 2 ATPs. So next, fatty acids are added to this cycle at the place of acetyl coenzyme A. Acetyl coenzyme A. After beta oxidation. After beta oxidation, fatty acids are changes into acetyl coenzyme A. So one fatty acid, it is a monoglycerate fat, means one fatty acid and one glycerol. One glycerol added to dihydroxyacetone phosphate and one fatty acid added to acetyl coenzyme A. So in case of diglyceric fat, 2 fatty acids, one fatty acid changes into acetyl coenzyme A, another fatty acid after beta oxidation changes into acetyl coenzyme A to perform, that is a Krebs cycle. So in this fatty acids gives only 12 ATPs. 12 ATPs. Why? Because it is performs only Krebs cycle. Fatty acids are generally perform only Krebs cycle. That's why gives us 12 ATPs. Glycerol changes into dihydroxyacetone phosphate 3-phosphoglycerate. Then it will take 1 NADH is equal to 3 ATPs and 2 ATPs. 3 plus 2, 5 ATPs. 5 plus 3, 8 ATPs. 8 plus 12, total 20 ATPs. Total 20 ATPs. Glycerol gives 20 ATPs. One fatty acid give, that is 15 ATPs. 12 ATPs. Amino acid gives us 15 ATPs. So this is the common pathways of carbohydrates, proteins and fats. It is also called as amphibolic pathway. Amphibolic pathway. Why? Because in this pathway, 2 types of reactions. One is anabolic reaction, one is the catabolic reactions that takes place. Anabolic reaction means to formation of, what is that? Addition. It means it is a addition type of metabolism. So this makeup, some compounds, some products are making. That's what is a anabolic process. And it is breakdown. Breakdown means it is a fat is changes into fatty acid and glycerol. It is a breakdown process. It is catabolic reaction. So here anabolic reaction is takes place. Here catabolic reaction is takes place. Both catabolic and anabolic both are amphibolic pathway. Amphibolic pathway. So first the common thing is every protein breakdown, glucose breakdown and fat breakdown. Glucose breakdown is a common pathway. Here this common pathway is added to, proteins are added to at the place of pyruvic acid. Fatty acids are divided into two parts, fatty acids and glycerol. Fats are converted to fatty acids and glycerol. Glycerol added to dihydroxyestrogen phosphate and complete cycle to form this remaining cycle. It is a common pathway here. Next, fatty acids are after beta oxidation. It is changes into acetyl coenzyme A. It is perform only Krebs cycle. It is a common pathway for three components: carbohydrates, proteins and fats. It is a common pathway for carbohydrates, proteins and fats means amphibolic pathway. Here both anabolic and catabolic reactions are takes place. And first carbohydrate breakdown, then after fatty acid breakdown, next one protein breakdown is taking place. For next video we are discussing about respiratory quotient. It is a respiratory rate or respiratory quotient we are discussing next class.